through the chat questions also after the presentation. Just a few words on the background and objectives of this program. So 2 years ago, we ran a survey on industry collaboration in the humanities and social sciences. And the results showed that both researchers and companies are interested in working together. But the main challenge is the lack of networks and mutual understanding. Researchers often don't know which questions are relevant for companies, and companies don't know where to find the right researchers. And this is why we launched this program. It's not about funding, but about networking this time. So we bring researchers and companies together to explore common challenges and shared interests. And the aim is to build new partnerships, and hopefully these partnerships will also lead to funding applications, for example, to our Tandem Industry Academia postdoc program. If you are a researcher and you might wonder what's in it for me, well, the answer is simple. This program offers a unique opportunity to connect with companies, learn about their challenges, and develop research ideas with business collaboration in mind. And I believe it's both a great learning experience and a concrete pathway to finding a company partner for a joint research project. So what actually happens during the program? We will have 2 facilitated workshops. In these, researchers and companies learn about industry-academia collaboration, and they work together to develop concrete research ideas. And if mutual interest is found, you can submit an application to our 2-year Tandem Industry Academia postdoc funding call, for example. And at this stage, the foundation will guide you in preparing the application. Of course, this TIA Connect program does not guarantee funding from our funding calls. They are very competitive, but as a result of the TIA Connect program, you will have a partner to apply with if you identify shared interest. And finally, we will organize a seminar in spring to then share experience and outcomes from the program. Let's still go through the TIA Connect process. Here you can see the timeline of the program. So the application deadline is October 10th, and we aim to select participants by the end of the month. And the first workshop will be held in November this year in Helsinki. And it starts with an introduction to industry-academia collaboration, getting to know each other and beginning to map shared interests. And the second workshop is planned to be held in February 2026. And here, researchers and companies continue developing their ideas, prioritize opportunities, and discuss roles and responsibilities in a potential joint project. And if after this workshop, partners decide to apply for the Tandem Industry Academia postdoc funding, there will be a couple of months to finalize the application. And during this time, you can also book a one-on-one session with the foundation, and we will guide you in preparing your application. And as I just said, finally, later in spring, we will still come together and to a joint seminar to share experiences and outcomes of the program. Who can apply for the program? For whom is this program intended? So the eligibility criteria follow those of our postdoc program, with one exception. This program is specifically targeted at researchers in the social sciences and humanities. And eligible applicants are researchers in the final stages of their doctoral studies or those who completed their doctorate no more than 8 years ago, approximately. And in addition, individuals who could act as PIs of a possible postdoc project may also apply, such as individuals in a research director or professor position. And finally, a postdoc and a PI can also apply together as a pair. So there is this opportunity to also, in your application, fill in the details of your partner. applicant. And now let's move on to how to apply for the program. This is a very simple process. So we ask you to submit your CV and a short idea paper, maximum of 2 pages, through our online system. And in the idea paper, you should describe how you would approach the phenomenon presented in the company challenge descriptions. You can submit 1 idea paper per challenge, and if you wish, you may submit to more than 1 challenge. And then the companies and the foundation together will select the applicants with the most interesting proposal for the program. I will explain what we look for in the idea papers in more detail in a moment, but first I will quickly introduce the company challenges. We have, as Petra just said, 7 very exciting companies, each with very interesting challenges. And as I said, you will find the descriptions on our website. It's important, of course, to read them carefully, choose the one that resonates with your research ambitions, and then design your idea paper for that specific challenge. But now let's introduce the companies. Many of you have probably already found out about these on our website. So we have 7 fantastic, interesting Finnish companies who have committed to this program. Here they are in alphabetical order. So we will start with F-Secure, which is a Finnish cybersecurity company. They are currently interested in the evolving experience of trust and safety in the digital environment, which is shaped by many factors, such as the fragmentation of digital services, geopolitical tensions, and societal polarization, just to name a few. Then we have Guggu, which is a Finnish clothing brand specializing in sustainable children's wear. And they want to better understand the cultural, social, and psychological factors that shape brand capital and growth potential. And in particular, the role of Finnish culture and attitudes towards entrepreneurial success are central to their challenge. And then third, we have Heino Group, which is a family business in the food and beverage sector. They have a very broad portfolio of strong brands. And their challenge is what they are looking to do is to build a more unified innovation culture within the group. And also, they aim to be a leader in strengthening innovativeness across the food and beverage industry, with a strong focus, again, on sustainability and sustainable food production. Next, we have Mirka, which is a Finnish family-owned company developing abrasives, grinding machines, and polishing compounds. And their interest is in how sustainable ecosystem built on circular economy principles can develop, grow, and last. A key question for them is the resilience of these kinds of global ecosystems. On the list is OP. It's a major financial services group in Finland. And for them, demographic changes raise important questions about how to design new services for an increasingly diverse population. And here, for example, deep understanding of phenomena such as trust building plays a central role. And we have 2 more. We have Porokylän Leipomo. It's one of the large Finnish bakeries with a very strong expertise in gluten-free production and products. And their interest lies in the growing popularity of gluten-free and low-gluten diets. And in particular, they want to understand what influences these choices, since many people choose gluten-free products for reasons beyond medical needs. And finally, we have Valio, a large Finnish dairy and food company. Their challenge focuses on the continuity and resilience of primary food production. This sector is also going through major transformations, and a key question is the continuity of dairy farms and understanding the drivers behind generational renewal is especially important for them. So this was a short introduction to the diverse set of companies and their challenges. And as I mentioned, we have full descriptions available on our website. And I strongly encourage you to read them carefully and think about which challenge best connects with your own research objectives. Move on to, and before we move on to the Q&A session, I will say a bit more about the idea paper, because I'm sure this is something that is particularly interesting for researchers considering to apply. So we think that the idea paper, it's a research-driven approach to the company challenge. So it's a free-form document, but our application guidelines, they suggest some key points to cover. First of all, what question the research would seek to answer, how you would approach the phenomenon described in the challenge and from which perspective, what methods you would use, and what resources you could try to think, what resources you might need from the company to make it possible. And the key is that you don't need to, and you perhaps shouldn't even address every point in the challenge description. Instead, choose an angle that is academically interesting to you and that can generate knowledge that is academically valuable. So we are not looking for consultants here. We are looking for scientific approaches that provide in-depth insights the company can use to tackle the challenge. So think about what's particularly intriguing from like your scientific point of view in this phenomenon that is described in these company challenges. So it's important to build on your personal strengths and research interests. So we are not looking for a perfect match, but unique, scientifically intriguing approaches in these idea papers. So we value creative and original ideas. And we are confident that researchers can propose perspectives and approaches that neither the companies or we at the foundation would never have considered. And then the idea is that now we have the company challenges. That represents the company perspective to the challenge, and then you provide your researcher perspective and building, as I said, on your own strengths and interests. And then in the workshops, the point of this whole program is that you will then have the chance to refine your ideas and find alignment between the business needs and the academic interests. And this is like the kind of key starting point in industry academia collaboration, that you iterate the ideas and try to find the mutually interesting research question and goals. That's all from this practical side and this my presentation, and we can now move on to the questions and answers section.